close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways.
All right, let's go. What is up, everybody? It is Friday, and we are seeing some sell-offs, that's for sure. Wow, massive pullbacks here in the market today. What is up? Hope we're all having a good one so far. Really is, though, a lot of massive pullbacks in the short term. We can see SPY sold off quite a bit this morning. If you're wondering why, Trump hit at Apple a little bit. Also threatened some tariffs against the EU, so that was pretty big. Yeah, Trump is going after Apple in the short term for not making iPhones in the US. They want to increase domestic manufacturing, and Trump says, I have long ago informed Tim Cook of Apple that I expect their iPhones that will be sold in the US will be manufactured and built in the US, not India or any place else. If that is not the case, a tariff of at least 25% should be paid by Apple to the US, Trump said. Which is great. Now when I need a new iPhone, it's going to cost $250 more. But I guess it's good. Sucks for Apple, I'll tell you that. Sucks for them. Happy Friday if you're an SGOV or BIL Apple holders. No bueno, Jake said. Yeah, no bueno for sure. Pretty rough. No bueno. Man, the market just was crazy today. Still looking at SPY, coming back up a little bit now. I guess being more objective with the SPY at this very second. Don't be too afraid if there's, like, let's just say a pullback to the upside. A pullback to the upside is not really that crazy considering how much it dropped. Now, do I still expect some downside action or at least some chop? Yes. Yeah, definitely. Still looking at more downside action the next few days, but of course there will be some chop. Go check on Apple here, 2.56% to the downside. Nice day to own uranium. Yeah, nuclear stocks went off today. Where's my nuclear article? I swear I just had it up. I guess I clicked off it. Let me find it again. There we go. Nuclear stocks rally on report Trump will sign executive orders to support the industry. Tangi, whenever I read this morning, I knew you were going to be happy with it. You were actually the first thing I thought of. It was funny. I instantly went, Tangi's going to love that. I instantly looked at CCJ, They were moving pretty good. Nice. Tangi said he's up around 2,500 so far. Nice, nice, nice. How's the Mag 7 looking? Oh, Thinkorswim closed. Terrible. Crashed on us. Nvidia is dropping off quite a bit. The Mag 7 kind of sucks today. Now it is coming back a little bit from open, but overall pretty brutal here. Disney, are they moving? Somebody posted in Discord. Oh, they play in puts. Never mind. It's turning over pretty good on Disney, though, I must say. Not bad. Could see more of this materialize over the next few trading days on Disney if we get some red price action coming in. Matthew wishes their TOS crashed. GME's been having a great week/month. GameStop, yeah, they did have a good beginning of the month. I haven't looked at them the past couple days, but it is kind of funny. They are ripping back up. Looking solid there. What's up with that? Yeah, coming back well. Here's the Mag 7 setup. Sink or swim open back up. Not bad so far. Yeah, the Mag 7's pretty good. From an open standpoint, pretty good. They're all in the red. So, I mean, on the day, I guess we'd have to say that they're pretty rough, but in the ultra short term, just looking at, like, from open today, pretty decent. Definitely not terrible. Looking at it closely, Tesla actually looks pretty good. Coming back up for a secondary test. If we look at Tesla on the daily chart right now, we can see how it's been consolidating the past few trading days. I'm just going to remove all the drawings again. We can see how it's been consolidating a lot here. Note how it looks pretty identical to this consolidation point before a major rip. Drinking the high quality H2O today. We'll have to get our protein shake in later. Michael Knight says NNE. Nano nuclear. Wow. 16%. I didn't look at this one yet. They're in that nuclear category that's been doing well. All right, SPY rejecting at 578. I am watching 578 and 580 as some solid areas of resistance on SPY. I think we could see them reject back down there and see some good opportunities. HIMS is your only green, Jake said. HIMS up to around 55. It's not bad. HIMS, your only green. And it's not even green on the day. That's the funniest part. But it might be green for you. Go check Boeing today. 1.5, 1.1%, pulling back a little bit. Little green candles here on the 1-minute chart. Nothing too advantageous yet. Man, a lot of these setups are very lackluster today. SMR, new scale, trying to come up with some of those nuclear stocks. NNE still looks solid, 18% as it comes back. Keep your eyes on nano nuclear. Green end of day, Ryan says. You think so? Yeah, watch 578 and 580 resistances here for more rejections on SPY. I'm holding UUUU. Stocks at an average cost of 5.39. ACOP said. Is it good to hold expecting them to go up? I like them overall, especially on this dip. I feel like they're at a fairly good price. I think you're at a fairly good price as well. I like it for a hold, personally. If it keeps dipping, you might need to average in more, but I love the overall setup right now. This was a wild past 2 weeks to start trading. Wow, yeah. Brand new the past couple weeks. That's definitely a weird time to start. Right as the SPY runs up and dies. You've experienced almost everything in 2 weeks. It's kind of wild. The whole dynamic of the market in 2 weeks. CEP is your only green, Spacely says. Cantor Equity Partners again. This one might be forming a lower high on the daily. That would be rough if that happens. Hopefully, we can get some runs going again off this. $340 Tesla calls. Tessie was looking better than most today. I just don't love the setup of calls today. I'm kind of leaning more for some puts back down off resistance. I mean, there could always be an intraday move with calls, but if there were, I think it would hit next resistance and then fly back down. Good morning, Chase. Welcome to the show. Morning to everybody, of course. Hope we're all having a good one so far today. Destroy that like while you're at it. No plays yet? I don't blame you, honestly. Lot of chop today. Looks like some good resistance touches and moves back down from this, though, which is good to see for now. Maybe we'll see some price action start to materialize here. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there was news yesterday, too, that Palantir insiders sold some stocks. Let me pull it up. Open the book map while we're at it, too. Triple check to make sure that's right. Yep, it's right. Quite a bit, too. I'd be pretty worried. You're a Palantir shareholder here. They all kind of sold off at the same time, which is weird. Pretty nuts. Check it out on the StockedUp dashboard. We'll pull it up for you guys. We can see Alex Karp with all these sales here. Lots of insiders selling out of Palantir there. I know it says Apple at the top, but it's Palantir. See right there. Man, yeah, Mason. The golf costed you yesterday. That's funny. You probably would have, too. You always do that lately. Wouldn't have been a bad time, honestly. Look at SPY trying to use 576 as support now. A lot of choppy action so far today. Back to the Mag 7s. Tesla slowing up. Nvidia slowing down. Microsoft just going to the Mag 7 setup here. It's been a good time to do it, Mason, with all these gap downs. You're running the strategy good. 167.80 on Google. Going to be testing here. 168. Big support on the day for them. They need to hold that up. Let's go to NNE. There we go. New high of the day. That is fire with NNE. %21 so far. Look at the way NNE trends whenever it starts to get really hot. A lot of great daily price action on NNE. Even if it slows down today, I think like tomorrow into the next couple days could be pretty awesome for this one, but looking pretty good here on the 1 minute. No problem, ACOP. Didn't do it on SMR. Let's go check. What are some good resistances coming up? I really like the $32 resistance up here at highs. But honestly, with the way that it's moving right now, I would not be surprised if it tried to make new all-time highs. On SMR, this recovery is really nice, and if we start to break above this next resistance or high here, very close to 30, then I think it's game on for SMR. This is like the third test of the highs here. It is a growth stock too, so there could be some positivity there. Yeah, very similar with Oklo, Black Flower. Very similar. I could see Oklo coming up to test some highs as well. Now, Oklo doesn't look as solid to me, but I think that it could, get up into this upper range, like 52 to 58. NNE calls are printing, Michael said. Let's go. Keep it up, NNE. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I got the hiccups this morning. Tesla pulling back down with some red, down 1.7%. Not very good to see there. Unless you're playing puts, that is, then you're excited. Looks pretty good, though, back down. Looks like it's in slide-off mode. You guys know about sliding off here on the channel. It could chop around in here for a little while, but I do expect a slide-off of this point at some point here. I think it looks pretty brutal in the short term. We're probably going to get a lot of chop, though, before it officially breaks down. Be careful trading 0 DTEs. Today, of course, they're always risky. The music. Yeah, Nvidia 130 bounce trying to happen here. We'll see if we can get a slight recovery. Be watching for some resistance here on Nvidia. Tesla's trying to bounce off the lower end of its range right now. We'll see if it can materialize up into this channel. Again, still watching more for a breakdown. I'm going to place an alert down here. Buy a Tesla. Yeah, I was like, what? They added in buy on here, which is funny. That didn't used to be on the right-click menu. I don't think. Back to the SPY, very choppy as well. Looks kind of like Tesla. Very stuck. Mag 7 setup overall looks pretty brutal. Not the best PA. SPY's really trying to hold this support, though. We'll see if it can start moving back up off this. If it starts to break under there, though, that's where things are going to get a little nasty. I'm sure there'll be a lot of put players if this ends up breaking all these wicks right here. NNE slowing up a little bit here. Bringing up the watch list today. Oklo all the way up at the top. 19% with NNE. They're tied. They're tied here. Yeah, the nuclear stocks are really wild here. Just the whole top of my watch list is just littered with nuclear stocks. One that is up quite a bit today is X. US Steel, 5%. Don't know if you guys are still watching this one from that previous big money play at all, but right back up to highs again. I know there were quite a few of you that were playing X. Not sure if you guys are still holding it or not. Pretty big money play. $8 million or whatever it was. Pretty high. Checking in on Microsoft again. They're right around that 449 support. If this starts to give out, watch Microsoft to the downside. This could be a fun opportunity here in the short term. If we get a good slide off, it looks pretty good for a possible slide off play as the day progresses. Just have to be patient here. Wait for the breaks. Unless you try just buying puts to front run it, but that could be a little risky. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true. Poots printing. That's a funny way to say it. GLD has been on fire. I don't know if you guys noticed that today. It's pulling back a little from open, but look at how GLD just ran up to 310. 310 coming into play again. You think it'll go through the 446 support at Microsoft? I do think it'll get through there. Oh, you said 446. Ah, never mind. I thought you were just looking at 448 like the low of the day. I do think that 446 will give out. It just depends. It might not be today on 446, but soon I could see it. That's definitely a huge level though. 446. Good identification there. A lot of wicks and very consistent touches on 446 actually. Really nice support. Definitely be keeping it on the radar, that's for sure. What are your thoughts on Wayfair with all the tariffs and stuff? Wayfair. Really not bad. The stock looks terrible in the short term as far as the pullback goes. But with Wayfair, I actually almost like eyeing up some of these supports for a dip buy. If I'm being honest, $30 coming up. Now, at the end of the day, Wayfair is a brutalized stock. Very brutalized in the short term. But in a trading sense, I could see a bounce coming soon. As far as the tariffs are concerned, it's tough to say how much that's really going to impact them. Probably a lot. You know, I see a lot on Wayfair that makes me think that, but... New home sales, 743K. Expectation, 695K. Not really moving stocks much, though. Here we go. Interesting. Stocks aren't moving too much, but it seems like new home sales definitely picked up a little bit. We can't expect that to really impact the markets too much, though. Palantir moving up. 122.50. Trying to test the high of the day here soon. Palantir roaring back. Look at Nvidia too. Right back up. This will be very interesting if stocks start to fly up today. We'll need to be really careful of overhead resistance. On Nvidia, like 132 and then 134 are just crucial. I'm actually going to make an alert up there because whenever it touches, I want to know. Fab says I'm not allowed to trade them? Uh-oh. I see, Fab. 334 support coming up on Tesla. Now I'm thinking about Wayfair a lot harder now. It did just fill the gap pretty perfectly. Just be aware of that gap filling. It's been bouncing pretty well off that. Not that it's going to keep going up forever from here, but... DJ says GameStop, GME. with a nice continuation, 3.56%. Really nice continuation by the GameStop. Oklo as well. You guys loving Oklo? 24% by Oklo. NNE at 22%. Both looking great. Come on, NNE. Let's hit a new high of the day here. Chase is kidding. Looking for an 88% return today. What do you recommend? That could be pretty doable on some 0 DTE SPY, Chase. Now, granted, you might lose everything. But it's doable. Market don't care about tariffs anymore, Ryan says. I feel that. I feel like it's kind of getting overblown now, but I don't think that we necessarily are going to go up forever here. But I do think that we could go up intraday into resistance. Nice profits in the profits channel today. Honey Badger don't give a shit, he just takes what he wants. What is that from, Jake? That makes me think of the other guys, where he's like, Gator don't play no shit. Just broke your resistance at 3171 on GME. Man, it's on fire. NNE consolidating up at the top. Let's get through there. Oklo continuing really well, up to $50. Honey Badger's cold-blooded. Yeah, I don't remember that. Are you talking about how the Honey Badger, like, fights off the coyotes or whatever? Yeah, I am in St. Louis Autumn. How'd you know? Is NNE forming an inverted head and shoulders? Whoa, you're from St. Louis Autumn? No way. But you don't live there now, right? Oh, Steve told you, yeah. I do mention it from time to time, so I'm not surprised that you know. Cali, oh, okay. Did you like St. Louis better than Cali? Yeah, two different sceneries, seriously. It's pretty wild here in St. Louis. I couldn't imagine going to Cali from here. That must feel so much different. Chase. Oh, Autumn asked if I liked emos. You know, I do like emos, I'll say. I like it. It's not my favorite, though. I really like this place in St. Louis called Racanelli's. Let me look it up. Racanelli's. New York style pizza. It's actually fire. Yeah, I go for the rack when I can. You know what I've actually been really liking lately is I've been really liking Papa John's Shaq-a-Roni. The Shaq-a-Roni. One of my favorites. If Papa John's keeps that, I'll keep buying there. Jadden said, bull breakout on gold. GLD? Seems like it's slowing up a little bit. I'd be wary of it continuing to slow up at that 310 resistance touch. I don't really see it like ripping above 310 today. You know, St. Louis style barbecue, there is like St. Louis style ribs and all that. I know, like, Missouri's more famous almost, I think, for Kansas City barbecue, actually. I don't know too much about, like, barbecue sauce specifically, but I love the barbecue, though. I generally just barbecue my own crap, though. Really? Autumn says best Chinese food is in St. Louis. Now that's interesting. BAC trying to move. IMOL said you haven't had real pizza till you have one in Naples. I'll have to try one. I'd try that. Chase says, I love dry rub. Yeah, me too. Yes, Chase. Dry rub up some ribs. Demir says, woot, woot. What'd you hit, Demir? Some calls? Just made a nice scalp on Palantir. Okay. Very nice. There you go. End the week with a bang, Demir. Can I show you guys my favorite dry rub? This is my favorite dry rub to use. Traeger Cherry Rub. It's pretty fire. It's not that sweet. I don't know why they act like it's so sweet, but it's pretty good. On some ribs. Smoke them for like 6 hours or something. Pretty fire. How did you bring up the nicotine, AK? 5 green days for the week? Holy hell, Demir. That's awesome. 5 for 5. There we go. Just don't give it back today. Beta went to Sugar Fire Smokehouse in St. Louis. Really? You know Sugar Fire? Wow, I eat there all the time. That's hilarious that you know that one. I love Sugar Fire. That's like the only barbecue place I buy barbecue from. Besides, like, there's a barbecue food truck I really like, but that's a little different. Look at Tesla trending down today. Kind of a weird intraday trend going on. I'm gonna get it for lunch now, Autumn. Go try Bogarts? Yeah, I've had that too. I haven't been there though in years. Down in Soulard. Yeah, Sugar Fire is gonna be... They're gonna meet their maker that day, Rick. All right, let's go check on that SPY. Go check Oklo NNE, which started turning over a little bit. Wow, Oklo did turn over slightly. NNE's up right around their high of the day. Let's go back to... I guess we'll go to Oklo. That's funny, AK. Yeah, just quit it all at one time and you'll trick your mind or something. Done for the day, Demir says. Smart. Smart, smart, smart. Very nice scalp though on Palantir. Right back up to resistance too. Demir, I was watching some people play Hell Let Loose last night. I was watching some people build on there. Like some engineers. I thought it was interesting. It had me reminding us. It reminded me of whenever me and you played. Squad 44. You know, it was like a little 20-minute video of the guy. It was funny. He had to convince his commander to like allow him to do stuff, and the commander listened, luckily. It was funny. But it all went perfect. Tom, I want deck to drop. DECK. Do your market maker moves now. All right, let me just inject $1 trillion in the deck real quick. Obviously on the short side. Wow, what the fuck? Man, earnings. That was rough with those earnings there. My gosh. I hope you guys got out of that big money play. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you guys did. It expired. But I hope nobody modified it and held it longer, is what I'm trying to say. Either way. Wow. What a play by the big money, though. They bought in, like, right down here. They had this whole nice move higher. Interesting. Deck. A trillion will work? Imagine you have like Elon Musk level of money. It would be really hard not to sit here and just like go crazy on things. Chase drinks coffee, water, and a lot of seltzers. And Celsius. Lots of seltzers, huh? I'm pretty big into the energy drinks lately. I've been drinking a lot of AMP. AMP is my energy drink of choice. It'll turn you into the Hawk. Uh-oh, AK. Yeah, hey, you know, it's good that you're slowing down, though, AK. Really good, man. Don't want to get too nuts with that type of stuff. Hang on one sec. Hold on. Out there hitting stuff. Tessie 1.65% to the downside. Still waiting for it to break under support. Might take a little while here. I feel you, AK. Sometimes that's how it is. You might need to. Tesla's so close. Going over to SMR, it's rejecting right at $30. Oklo, $50. It got under there quite a bit. I don't know what carcinogen is. It means it gives you cancer, AK. Go see Tesla here. 334 support coming into play. Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew this. Do you guys know Donald Trump? I know you guys all know who Trump is, but I know that you guys probably don't know this story. Trump actually doesn't drink any alcohol, and whenever they asked why, it's pretty hilarious. They actually said because Trump's brother passed away from drinking too much. So Trump does not drink because his brother killed himself drinking too much. Apparently his brother was a bad alcoholic. I believe his name was Fred Trump. Let me look that up. Fred Trump was Donald Trump's dad. Never mind. I don't remember his name, though. Oh, it was Fred Trump Jr. Maybe Robert Trump. Oh, maybe not that, but I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, Trump had to, he said that at some of his rallies and stuff, talking about it. QQQ moving higher up to 510. Hey Tom, you know I have to go to my dad's boss this morning to talk about covered calls. Really? Trying to give you some insights. Gotcha. I don't think that there's really that crazy of, insights that could be said with covered calls, but I will say I hope that you really can. That way I can look smart. Can you tell me how they work again? Yeah, for sure, for sure. So if we're looking at like a stock, let's say you want to own the stock for the long term. What you could talk about with the guy is you can talk about running the wheel strategy. So you can talk about selling puts to get into the position, and then you can talk about selling covered calls after you get the shares. Or you could just buy the shares. Either one. Let's look at some examples right now, like maybe like PayPal or Zoom or something like that that's fairly low. If we're looking at like some of these stocks in the short term, let's say we have PayPal shares, and let's just hypothetically say our average price is $70, like right where PayPal is right now. Whenever you sell covered calls, you're generally going to want to try to sell them far enough away that you don't end up having to get rid of your shares. And every time you sell a covered call, it's going to use 100 shares of that stock as collateral there, because if you end up, let's say that the stock closes above that strike at expiration, you're going to have to lose all 100 shares per contract at that strike. So if you sell the 75 strike covered call, or like let's just say you sell the 75 strike calls on PayPal, and PayPal runs up to 85, it really sucks for you, because then you have to sell at 75. So there can be a scenario where you don't necessarily want to, let's say, get out of your position so quickly. So what I recommend is, okay, if you have a stock that you hold for the long term that you really like, and like let's say that it's moving up, you're gonna want to try to sell them as far out of the money as possible while still making some premium. So like in PayPal's case here, it's at 70. Like realistically, like it could probably run up to 80, like no problem. So like if you sell like an 80 strike covered call, I mean, it's far enough away that you're like, okay, this is good. But at the same time, if PayPal rips up more than 80, then you're going to be kind of pissed because you just had to then sell your shares at 80. So I would recommend, like, let's say you have like 1,000 shares. You don't have to sell all 1,000 shares at 80. You could maybe just do like one covered call at 80, maybe one at 77.50, maybe two at 85. Like you can do different strikes and like mess around with it a little bit in that sense. And of course, it can be used to help you scale out as well. Like if you sell the 80 and then it gets up to 80 and you lose a couple contracts, then you'll sell the 90 and then you'll start selling the 100 and so on as you go on. Now, the big fear though with selling covered calls is really just simply that you're gonna do it too soon. Like if you're at 70 here and you sell the 75 strike covered call, like we said, and you know PayPal runs up a lot, you're gonna be pissed. So just, you know, try to make sure that you're doing it at least at strikes far away that you're not gonna get taken out of the play. And I would also say, you know, one other slight addition here to selling the covered calls is if you really like the stock for the long term, you might not want to sell covered calls, you know, because you don't want to get out of the shares necessarily. You know, like let's say you're in Nvidia, and like let's say it's 2023, right? And you own Nvidia at, let's say, 12 bucks a share, and you know it moves up to 20, and then you start selling like the 22 strike covered calls, but then it goes to 30 a few months later. You know, you'd be pissed if you had to get out at 22 and it kept going to 30. So if you really like the stocks for the long term, you might just want to hold the shares and not even sell covered calls on them. But it can definitely be a good way to have some income on those shares, collecting all that premium. Tom 101. If you only knew how bad energy drinks were for you, you would never have another one. I don't really even look at the delta much there, Pew Pew, honestly. Don't even look at it. I look more at the charts, really. And just seeing how the premium looks. If the premium's not worth it, then it's not worth it. The wheel works. Most of my gains have been from wheel premiums. Hell yeah, Tangy, it's awesome. I know Tangy does it a lot with these nuclear stocks lately. Go check on Apple, a couple of these stocks. Maybe some Mag 7s here. Starting to see a little bit of rejection here. Yeah, AK. I hear that they're really bad for like your liver and your kidneys and stuff because there's so much shit in there that your body has to filter it out. But I think that if you're having them in moderation, it's fine. If you start drinking like 2 a day or something, then I think there could be some problems. But I would think, hell, even if you did have 2 a day and you had tons of water as well, you'd probably be fine. But, you know, I'm not a doctor, so. But I will say doctors freak out about everything, man. Like, you can't even like walk outside without getting cancer now, you know. It's like even drinking water out of plastic bottles is probably bad for you, you know. So hell, just breathing the air is bad because we have all of our pollution. And I'm not trying to get political with the pollution shit. I was just laughing. It's just kind of the point of like, yeah, everybody has there's a problem with everything now. Too many online scientists, I think, is what's going on. Too many WebMD doctors. Everything is poison. Yeah. It really is, everything. Everything besides lettuce. Hell, some people might even say, well, Tom, isn't fruit healthy? And then you'll have people saying the fruit's not even healthy because it's genetically modified fruit. You know, or it's a strawberry that was made between 3 different things or something. I honestly hope RFK regulates all that stuff out of existence. I'm hoping so too, at least that they get stuff a bit better, right? I'm hoping so as well. GMOs, insecticides, it never ends. That's what I would think, Pew Pew. Fruit has a ton of natural sugar, so it's not really that healthy. I think it's healthy, but I do think that the sugar could be rough on some people, but... Matthew tells people not to do things that he does all the time. That's hilarious. You know, it's probably good advice, though, still, to tell them not to. It's just... Spy kind of stuck here. Triple topping intraday around 578.50 to 579. Jake grows his own fruit. There you go. Because of the fiber in fruit, sugar's released slowly? Is that a bad thing or a good thing, ACOT? Ryan's starting a garden. That sounds cool. I'm probably going to be going and buying some steaks tonight to grill. Or to cook up. We'll see. If somebody can watch my daughter, we're going to have a little date night tonight. But we got to find somebody to watch her. You'll watch her for $200 an hour. Oh, shit. I'll be broke pretty quick on that one. That's hilarious. Do we have time for Trump signing executive orders? Yeah. We do, as long as, you know, as long as it's live. Let's see. It says at 1 p.m. Oh, we probably won't be able to at 1. It actually says closed press as well, which kind of sucks. Nobody likes closed press. Hey, Trump's going to be at Bedminster Golf Course today at 4:30 p.m. Maybe we can go play 9 holes with Trump at the end of the day. I haven't played golf in a couple weeks since my last tournament. I came in second. I shot an 80. Some other guy came in first and shot a 75. Pissed me off. I think he cheated. Mimi's a granny. I love to watch her. Autumn would too. Classic non-copyright song? Yeah, very popular one. What's the name? It's called Tobu Candyland. Oh, it froze. Weird how it's doing that. You played with a scratch yesterday. He went 73. Oh, he played 36 and he went 71 on the first 18. My God. Those guys are nuts, aren't they, Mason? I couldn't believe I shot an 80 in that tournament. I felt like Tiger Woods after doing that. I couldn't imagine shooting scratch. Tangi said, I'll babysit, but whenever you get home, she'll be betting on horses and smoking a cigar. Oh my God. Betting on horses. That's hilarious. Not the horses, man. Wish I was good at golf. Only experience I have is Top Golf, TX Sleepy said. Hey, well, Top Golf's pretty fun. Top Golf's pretty solid. All right, guys, quick intermission. Gonna go check on SPY. We're gonna throw up the Mag 7 while the SPY's slowing and consolidating. I'm gonna go grab another water, check on the daughter. I'll be right back. Destroy that like, though. We're at 15 likes. Let's try to hit 30 likes at least today. Whenever I get back, if we're at 30 likes, we'll watch the Honey Badger funny video. All right, be right back. Oh, and it's protein shake time, too.
Changes.
All right, all right. We are back. Get that protein shake going. We're at 25 likes. Man. Man, I think I drank that protein shake too fast. Hang on. We're gonna do the honey badger anyways, though. Whoa, Chase! Coming in with the 10 spot for the babysitter fund. You guys are the best. Here's to the long weekend. Thank you, Chase. Look at Tesla starting to go. 338.85 Nvidia. Trying to make some moves. Weird day for the SPY. Let's go, though, Chase. Appreciate that. Let's get it. Thank you, sir. All right, honey badger, let's get it. So what do I search for this? What do we search for this here? Funny honey badger video. Let's see, is this the one? Ah, here we go. Okay. I hope you guys don't get me in trouble here, but... All right, here's our Friday funny. The honey badger don't give an F.
This is the
Oh my god. Okay, I have seen this now that I see it. I have seen this before.
honey badger. Watch it run in slow motion. It's pretty badass. Look, it runs all over the place. Whoa, watch out, says that bird. Ew, it's got a snake. Oh, it's chasing a jackal. Oh my gosh. Oh, the honey badgers are just crazy. The honey badger has been referred to by the Guinness Book of World Records as the most fearless animal in all of the animal kingdom. It really doesn't give a shit. If it's hungry, it's hungry. Ew, what's that in its mouth? Oh, it's got a cobra. Oh, it runs backwards. Now watch this. Look,
Tangy man, let's go.
Honey badger don't care. Honey badger don't give a shit. It just takes what it wants. Whenever it's hungry, it just ew, and it eats snakes. Oh my god, watch it dig. Look at that digging. The honey badger is really pretty badass. They have no regard for any other animal whatsoever. Look, and it's just grunting and ew, eating snakes. Ew, what's that, a mouse? Oh, that's nasty. Oh, they're so nasty. Ooh, look, it's chasing things and eating them. The honey badgers
What
have a
the hell
fairly
is
long
this?
body, but a distinctly thick-set, broad shoulders.
I don't
and,
remember it
you know,
being this
Their
long.
skin is loose, allowing them to move about freely, and they twist around. Now look, here's
What
a
is
house full
happening
of
here?
bees. You think the honey badger cares? It doesn't give a shit. It goes right into the house of bees to get some larvae. How disgusting is that? It eats larvae. Ew, that's so nasty. But look, the honey badger doesn't care. It's getting stung like 1,000 times. It doesn't give a shit. It's hungry. It doesn't care about being stung by bees. Nothing can stop the honey badger when it's hungry. Oh, what a crazy fuck. Look. Ew, it's eating larvae. That's disgusting.
Oh my
there it is, running
God.
slow motion again.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can do it anymore, guys.
See? Now, what's interesting is that other animals like these birds here, they just like to wait around until the honey badger's done eating, and then it swoops in to pick up the scraps. It says, you do all the work for us, honey badger, and we'll just eat whatever you find. How's that? What do you say, stupid? Look at this bird. Thanks for the treat, stupid. Hey, come back here, says the honey badger. Birds don't care, and you know what? The jackals do it too. Look at these little dogs. They're like, thanks,
They need to
stupid.
have this
Thanks
guy
for the
on the
mouse.
actual
See you later.
animal show.
The honey badger does all the work while these other animals just pick up the scraps. At nighttime, the honey badger goes hunting because it's hungry. Look, here comes a fierce battle between a king cobra and a honey badger.
No.
I wonder what'll happen. Look at this. There's the honey badger just eating a mouse.
Oh, shit.
And then look, get away from me, says the snake. Get away from me. Honey badger don't care. Honey badger smacks the shit out of it. And the snake comes back and it lashes right at the honey badger. Oh, little does the honey badger know, FYI, it's been stung. It's been bitten by the snake, so while it's eating the snake, ew, that's disgusting.
Ew. All right, that's enough. Enough of the honey badger here. Sunk the SPY, everybody says. Holy shit. I do gotta say, the honey badger's pretty funny. I gotta give it that. Pretty funny. I wish that guy would make more videos like that, actually. I think it's pretty funny. SPY 579 resistance. Wow, coming into play. Okay, this is where we might actually see the SPY start to have a meaningful drop today. You know, what have we been waiting for today? We've been watching good resistances. Watching and waiting for a good bounce and a move back down. This could be where the move is starting to come into play. Yeah, I have seen Snoop Dogg, yeah. That was a pretty good Friday funny. Yeah. And Tangi, I appreciate that 10 spot coming in too. Thank you, sir. He could narrate my shit show of a life, Chase said. SPY pulling back hard. Now the pullback, it's pretty hard, but it's not as large yet as some of these other ones. So it's fairly normal on the day for now, but it is a worry for me. That's for sure. You got big weekend plans, Tangi? Chase asked. I can't wait to see these. Go check out Bank of America. Popped off pretty well at open. Still in the red, though. A lot of flatness out there today. A lot of flatness across the board. Hopefully SPY can get some good downside action going here. The flatness is getting old. We had good moves with Oklo, SMR, NNE, but they started all to get flat and turn over here. Got my Oklo calls and dipped, Black Flower said. Autumn says, you guys literally watched the honey badger. I walked away for 5 minutes and missed all the fun. Oh, Autumn, you missed it? Damn. Yeah, I did. I played the honey badger, yep. I was pretty blown away by that thing. I couldn't believe how long it was. I don't remember it being 3 minutes long on him. Thought it was a 45-second video. There probably is one out there somewhere, but... No, for real though, this weekend is trim jail tonight and tomorrow and warehouse organizing Sunday. We got another big order and need to gear up to produce another run of 36 machines. Wow. We're gonna go have breakfast tomorrow with the father-in-law. If he watches the daughter tonight, that is. We'll see. That's a 10-digit dealio, by the way. Hey. There you go. He says he's thrilled. In all caps. 10 digits sounds pretty good, Tangy. 334 on Tessie. Still slow on the day, though. All right, there goes SPY back down. Yeah, this is where I'm going to start to look for more bearishness to actually come in. For more of a real sell-off, some real substance here. You can see this coming into play.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating.
Pretty good though with SPY. Wait, it's pulling back.
And always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my
I like the pullback, actually. It's not bad. It won't be straight down, but we'll starting to look pretty good. Even QQQ looking pretty good.
set my heart afire.
Hopefully we see a nice resistance touch and bigger dip. Got to study a lot this weekend. Like on trading stuff, right? Go back to SPY again. Little chop. How about SMR? Let's check the gold miners. NEM. Maybe AEM. Not too much there.
Temptation within, mistakes ignite the silence. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Let's go check SPY again. Sorry, I had to mute myself for a second. I had a cough. Let's go check out the news today. Any breaking news here at the moment? Everyone's still talking about Apple. Trump threatening those tariffs on Apple. Pretty rough for him.
Connect the dots straight to the start of intoxicating want. Linger, touch, these
I was down 120 on your SPY put.
set my heart afire.
Coming back well now? Yeah, coming back pretty well. Come on, SPY, let's get under 577 here. Let's get a little breakdown action going on. If that 579 broke, it was over. Yeah. That's a big resistance there. I feel that. That makes sense. AAPL. Similar. A lot of stocks posted a high up there like that with SPY. Nvidia's still been actually ripping pretty well. Very slow and choppy up, but nice recovery. I guess I shouldn't say rip, but LTBR. Lightbridge. Wow, what the? Whoa. 48%. What am I even witnessing? What a run by Lightbridge. Wow. 51% now. Every time I look, it's up another 2%. It's a wild mover. Maybe it'll finally get under VWAP, Robert. Sold for 15. Gotcha. That's pretty funny. Looking at Tesla here. Starting to sell off under support, 33650. All right, let's see it, Tesla. Are we going to get a move going, or are we going to keep chopping? Let's get a real rejection. The Honey Badger sell-off. He said, I literally owe it all to you. I read that in my mind, and I was like, why? And then the Honey Badger made sense. That's funny. I sold SPY from the big drop down in the VWAP and sold there. Nice. Wow, look at it turning over again. Here we go. The puts are going to get fun. Oh, yeah. This is where we're seeing that turnover start to happen here today.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
I took a SPY. Nice. Pretty good back down, though, honestly. Great action. Too bad I'm at work, trying not to miss the fun. Oh, did you see the book map, Chase?
We're dreaming in the dark.
That's funny.
Nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the
Checking on Tessie here.
stars.
More red candles coming in. Looking good. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, Bob, you are missing out. It's starting to get more fun now. But that's okay. Sometimes that happens. Don't get FOMO or anything, of course. No FOMO. Visa. Nvidia pullback pretty hard. Nice. Very nice. These pullbacks are creating some good action here. Look at Nvidia. Wow. It is zoomed in more than the others, though, I gotta say. Let's zoom it out a little. There we go. That's more fair. We should see 915 on all these on the left. Hope Christian sold those calls. He said, sheesh, MSTR died. Wow, it really did die. That was a big pullback this morning. Man, what caused that? Besides the Trump stuff, I mean, maybe that just added on, but... tariff threats are hurting cryptos? Gotcha. Yeah, just with the Trump news. I thought maybe, but... It's okay, got some SPY puts yesterday. I know, right? I was thinking the same thing. How do they hurt crypto? I had the same exact thought. I guess just from iPhones, Late Thursday, the Wall Street Journal reported that big banks, including JP Morgan, Citigroup, and others are exploring their own joint stablecoin to compete with the crypto industry. As stablecoins can be used for faster and cheaper transactions, JP Morgan and Citigroup declined to comment. Wow. Now that sounds a bit rough, but that was last Thursday. And we saw Bitcoin explode over the weekend and into Thursday. You know, may continue to make new highs this week, so. Or wait, hang on. It said last Thursday, right? Oh, it said late Thursday. Late Thursday. Sorry. I thought it said last Thursday. Late Thursday. Okay. That's why we clarify. That could be adding some in, but really it fell right whenever that Apple shit hit, but... You guys want to hear a joke about paper? Never mind, it's terrible. That's pretty good. That's not bad. Quick one, Robert. Well done. Yeah, that was a good comeback to it. Terrible. Oh my god. It worked out. GME is like an ex-girlfriend. Toxic Chase says. GameStop. Let's see, $32 coming up here. Thoughts on CPRT? Copart. That's what I thought it was. Wow, they sold off. Looks like it was on earnings. I don't have too many thoughts here because it's mainly an earnings move, but all I can say is, my word, what a sell-off. That's pretty massive there. Run, Forrest, run. It was 1 Forest 1. Close enough. Those movies are kind of strange for Forrest Gump, isn't it? What a movie. All right, guys. I think we're going to call the stream there. Gonna go get the daughter going with some breakfast. Well, more like brunch, I guess. Hope everybody has a great trading day here. Right as Chase says that. That's funny. Forest, that is. Hey, the music stopped right at the right time. Good weekend? Yeah, hell yeah. Have a great one, guys. Seriously. And thanks for joining up as always. Even the lurkers out there. Can't forget you guys either. You keep us going. Looking at the SPY here. It's pulling back kind of tough. I'm definitely watching for overhead resistance around 578.30 to 578.50. This is a major level coming up. I will be watching for a rejection down and a larger dip off of this with the SPY. I can definitely see more selling pressure come into play. I would be pretty surprised to see the SPY just like rip right back up. Hell yeah. You want to go on date night? Maybe you can third wheel with us. No, I'm joking, but all right. Have a great one, guys. I'll talk to you later. Oh, stream it? Now, that would be pretty funny. That'd be funny. All right. Don't forget about the nuclear stocks. Oklo, NNE. Look at Oklo. Oh, my God. Oklo is about to make a new high of the day. Whoa. What a break. All right. We'll end it there, but holy crap, what a run.